Hello there and welcome to Channels Beam. Nigerians home and abroad were swept up in the euphoria of a peaceful handover from the Goodluck Jonathan administration to the Muhammadu Buhari administration. However, that feeling did not erode the pains of the several issues citizens have had to battle with for years. And so today we ask, what issues should this new government tackle speedily? That's our focus on today's Beam. I am Eni Thompson, standing in for your regular host, Victor Matthias. Before we begin the conversation, let's take a look at the major trends this past week.
A bold statement by President Muhammadu Buhari at his inauguration ceremony in Abuja sets the internet abuzz as users took to their social media accounts to express their opinion. Fans of the football club Arsenal took to the social media to celebrate the 12th win of the club at the English FA Cup.
Those were the trends. Let's now delve into today's discussion.
At times, I've really been surprised. Why should we have this kind of constitution that allows a lot of things that should not actually be? Most of the developed world, they have a constitution that make things work for the organized for the country. So the first thing you should look into is the constitution, because it really needs to do an excellent work. Don't forget that we have three arms of government. We have the federal, we have the state, and also the Senate. And if Buhari needs to do a lot of things, most of the time we will first need to get approval from the Senate, and the Senate will always still go back to the Constitution. So there's still a lot of things that need to be looked.
I would advise President Muhammadu Buhari not to bother probing any past government. Rather, he should focus on what's on the good lies ahead of Nigeria. We should look at everything has to be done urgently. The security should be a priority. Development should be a priority. Employment should be a priority. All things have to move in place. I do not believe the government holding past government to be a waste of time, waste of our resources, the resources that should have been channeled towards generating employment for Nigerians. I think it's high time it should be more focused. Like you said today, I think it should go in line with the manifesto of the party. Above all, it should be accountable to Nigerians, not to anybody, unlike what we need to see in the past, where the president will be accountable to a few people who had held us to ransom for a long time. For now, I think the president should be accountable to Nigeria and to God Almighty. These are what I think he should do. And secondly, in the next 4 years, I want to see Nigeria free of corruption. Transparency should be our utmost agenda.
Oh yeah, last time I was in Nigeria was just last year, September. I mean, I live there. I just study here. So yeah, well, right now I think the country is a complete mess, and it's worse than what it was when I left. And it's just been happening that way. It's just been becoming worse, and you know, I just think everything has changed, but the ruling party hasn't changed. And this has been since 99, yeah? Since 99. And now the ruling party is changing. And I've listened to Buhari a couple of times. And I think, you know, he's someone who can get the job done. I expect to see public funds being spent more sensibly. I expect to see a more transparent government. I expect to see power. I mean, that's a major thing. I expect the economy to be way better. I expect the strength of the naira to increase. I expect poverty levels to increase.
A lot of Nigerians, at least from where I stay and all that, have always had this belief that there was nothing good going to come out. Everybody was just generally giving up. There is nothing that's going to come out of the government anymore. But with Buhari's winning the election, he showed that the people have a voice that can be heard. And now with the new government, Buhari in charge, with his inaugurations was amazing. I loved all the points he picked out, and you know, we're just hoping he will be able to implement those things he said, and implement them as soon as possible, because there is actually no time. We have 4 years for his first government before we move. I don't know if he'll be able to continue after the first tenure. So I personally feel these are exciting times. These are times of high expectations. But for most of us, we know miracles don't, happen in government. So we're patient, but we want to see decisions that show purpose. We want to see decisions and appointments, obviously, that show that we are moving forward, we're making progress, we're trying to reverse some of these issues that we've come to, believe are systemic. The issue of corruption, the issue of power, the issue of petroleum. We believe these are key issues that Buhari needs to address. And we're all hopeful, we're expecting the best.
Please hold that thought. We have to go on a break now. We will continue the discussion as soon as we return.